The juice, you know we keeping it juicy. Spilling truth with a smile so sweet. Talking all the buzz from the blogs and the tweets. From the headline to the hometown streets. She bring the flavor, can't nobody compete. Something juicy with Nani Juicy. Talk of the town, yeah, she got the news. Keeping it fun, keeping it true. It's something juicy, keeping it juicy too.
Jammin with Juice, and right now it is time for something juicy. And the very first thing that I wanted to talk about and bring up is I wanted to really give Shador Sanders his flowers right now. I was going to bring this up a little bit yesterday when I had first found out the news, but he is going to have his first NFL start, you guys. He's going to be starting as the quarterback with the Cleveland Browns, as the quarterback, obviously, on Sunday's road game against the Las Vegas Raiders. All right. And I know y'all are probably like, he's already done this before. Like, what are you talking about? He never started. He didn't start. He did play in the game last week, and I don't think they didn't do so hot. But there is a reason for that, because he's been like the third string quarterback this entire time. And then he moved up to second string, and now he is about to, lead them on this Sunday. But they even had admitted that, okay, he had only been practicing with the third string players. He hadn't been practicing with the starter players. So that makes sense as to why, things might have been a little rocky during his game when he finally got to be the quarterback. But this Sunday he is going to be starting, and so I am hopeful that he will finally get his just due, and hopefully he has been practicing with the starter team now, so there's no excuses, so to speak, when he gets out there. But I also wanted to say that he's just been having a really tough time, you guys, too, because not only is he facing a lot of backlash from the media, he's facing backlash just all over the internet from just consumers and watchers of TV and football and all of that stuff. But he just recently got his home broken into while he was making his NFL debut last week, Sunday. Now, the Medina County Sheriff's Office said that there was an estimated $200,000 in property that was stolen from his home by 3 suspects on Sunday while he's out there trying to play his heart out. He's getting his home broken into. Yeah. But Shedeur had a really great spirit about it overall when he was asked about it at a press conference. He said, mentally, emotionally, I'm in a great place overall. My life is always going to be adversity. Things aren't always going to go as planned, but I would say I'm prepared for everything. He did say that none of his jewelry was stolen, and I think none of his jewelry was stolen. But he's hopeful, and he is excited. He's happy to be where he is at today. And a lot of people in his position wouldn't be, with everybody coming at his neck, and even knowing who his dad is, they're really coming at him because of what his daddy did back in the day. That's really how I feel, okay? Because there was no reason for him to be the number one or should have been like one of the number one overall picks, but then he actually ended up being drafted day 3.
Yeah, day 3 of it.
Day 3, you guys. That was still insane to me. I had a whole juicy video about that, brain squeeze, on my YouTube page if you want to go check that out, because I thought that was just outrageous that even happened to him. But it just goes to show you how Deion Sanders has really groomed and raised his children to have so much confidence in themselves, to always be graceful, and yeah, I love it.
I think that's cool. I will say, from an NFL insider, they went on to go say that they used Shador Sanders for ratings. That's really what that was. Nobody ever before paid attention that long to the NFL draft season or the NFL draft for 3 days before. They typically would watch the first day, and then after that, they wouldn't care anymore. So that's what the NFL insider told me. Okay.
Who is that?
I can't tell you I can't tell you my sources.
I know exactly who it was.
I can't reveal my sources.
You don't know nobody in football, but the people that I know that you know.
Hey, look. Dude. My sources are very near and dear, and just know they know what they're talking about when they're talking about it.
For sure.
Secondly, I want to ask you this question, Juice, because you're saying that he will be the starting QB for
the game on Sunday.
For which team again?
The Cleveland Browns.
Okay, the Cleveland Browns versus the Raiders.
Yes.
That's what it was. Okay, now I think that'll be a good matchup. And I think that's actually a very good team for him to first start off as the starting quarterback for that. I mean, the Raiders did lose earlier, actually last week to the Cowboys. So we'll have to
I didn't know you watched football.
Yeah, I'll get into it from time to time. You know, put something in my hand and I'll drink.
And you'll drink.
Is that? I didn't mean to say that.
Put some in my hand and I'll drink. Whatever.
Yeah.
You're an alcoholic.
Just,
all right.
just go ahead. Keep it moving. What's the next something juicy?
Well, I was just gonna say real quick. Dang, you made me lose my train of thought. We were talking about Deion Sanders. We talked about Shador Sanders.
Cleveland Browns.
Dang, I feel like I'm gonna have to just move on because I don't even remember now. Dang it!
You said you did not watch football.
No, it was before that. Oh, because you said the ratings. You said that, Insider said, oh, it's because of the ratings. I don't think it had nothing to do with the ratings because after the thing was over with, they would have made him like the starter quarterback to begin with. The fact that it's now November and he went through all he went through being third, then being second, and he's still not necessarily first. All of the stuff that they put him through, they could have just made him the top person to begin with after the daggone draft was over with.
That's right.
They ain't had nothing to do no ratings. They just tripping on him at this point. And I hope he gets everything that he wants. Shout out to Shador Sanders.
I'm just glad to see a lot more black quarterbacks. Anytime I see that happen, I just feel like we as a nation are moving forward.
Man,
that's how I
don't
feel.
even get me started.
Instead of moving backwards.
Man,
we don't need any more Brett Favre.
That don't even mean nothing because they of course they want us to play in the leagues, but they don't want to give us the respect that we deserve.
Look, I think this is what did it say? One small step for man, one big step for mankind. I think that at the end of the day, this generation of young black professionals, once we do get into our older ages in our 40s and 50s, you'll start to see us become the owners of a lot of these teams. It's only inevitable.
Right. Okay, you guys. So the next something you say, Nissan Ultima is confirmed to be discontinued after the 2025 model.
Damn.
Yes. So Nissan is discontinuing the Ultima car after the 2025 model year as buyers move away from sedans and they move towards SUVs, hybrids, and electric vehicles. With mid-size sedan sales falling industry-wide, Nissan is shifting its focus to electric and utility vehicles. There is no gas-powered replacement planned. Instead, Nissan is expected to introduce an all-electric sedan around 2026, possibly inspired by its new N-Series EV and hybrid models in China. With both the Ultima and the Versa ending, shoppers looking for alternatives can consider their Sentra, Maxima, Rogue, or their electric Aria.
Not the Nissan Ultima, though. Come on now.
Why?
That you know what? For the past,
one?
I never had a Nissan Ultima, but I do know what that car means to so many people right now. There are so many people listening to us right now, and I know one or two of them are driving a Nissan Ultima. The Nissan Ultima has been like, it turned into the new neon Plymouth. Back in the day, people who used to, drive around in the neon car, it became the Nissan Ultima, and that was everybody's go-to car. That was the nice trapper car. It was a nice car.
They be saying the Nissan Ultimas go to the black nurses.
I would give it to the black nurses.
They say a lot of black women from the hood drive Nissan Ultimas. Do you believe that?
I wouldn't just
stereotype.
I wouldn't just believe that stereotype just based off of black women driving those cars, but I have seen a lot of black women who happen to be CNAs and in a
dumper.
Yeah, in a
Nissan
dumper. You know
Ultima,
what I'm saying?
dumper.
I mean, your favorite rapper, Doechii. She got the Nissan Ultima rap. You know what I'm
saying? I
saying?
wonder how she feels.
Hey, for real. Not the Nissan Ultima.
That's my song, too. Wake up. Don't get me started.
There it is.
No, I'm not even going to do it.
Go ahead, spit that joint.
Nah, I would. I got to censor myself. But listen, I'm more so concerned about the fact that more car people are making electric vehicles.
I mean,
do you think that electric vehicle is good? Because I've considered my next car being an electric vehicle, but do they have enough, pumps to charge it,
I feel it. Honestly, what we are seeing is a transition of this technology that we've grown accustomed to, where everybody's moving. I can't say everybody, but the government basically put out an initiative, an incentive by the year 2026. Most cars, if not all, are supposed to have some kind of electric. you know when your throat just be whatever. It be having some kind of electric.
Man some tea. He needs some tea.
He needs some tea. No, some kind of electric fuel type is supposed to happen for a majority of vehicles. So this is already planned to happen. I personally believe it's for the New World Order, but hey, I digress.
I guess it's like, if you want more people to buy electric vehicles, I feel like you should think ahead and put more pumps in first. So then people don't have to think like me. I'm like, I don't want to have to go out of my way just to charge my car. Mm-hmm. And then how often do you have to charge it if you go on like a long road trip? Because everybody, I don't know, these are just things that I'm thinking about. And obviously, as the years go on, we're going to get more of them. I think maybe it's just a Milwaukee thing, because I think if you go to other places like a LA or New York or Atlanta, you know, like a bigger market city, they have more of those, probably because they have people who have more electric vehicles. Like even some apartment buildings now, I've heard, have like the electric pump somewhere, right, you know, down in their garages and stuff. But it's just something to think about, something to consider as we start moving, you know, forward past things. I said pumps. What is it called, Kyle? I don't know.
You and your pumps.
He said electric charging stations. Butter said, I have to travel 25 minutes to get electric. I hate it, but I just think we are ahead of the curve right now where I'm at. And
shout out to Butterfly.
That's what I'm saying.
Shout
like 25 minutes just to charge your car. Like, you gotta be planned. And sometimes I be taking my car to E. Like, Corey be mad.
You do?
Sometimes.
I couldn't see you doing that.
He be like, bro, you have to get gas. You can't just always have your gas pump going ding, ding, ding. Time to get some gas now. You can't do that with no electric vehicle. You're going to run out if the next electric charging station, Kyle, is freaking 25-30 minutes away. Absolutely not.
I mean, I do agree with you, Juice, because like ultimately I'm the type of person I like to drive. Obviously, I drive from Racine to Milwaukee, from Milwaukee to Racine. I need more. If I was to get an electric car, I would need more readily available electric charging stations for my vehicle. But at the same time, I know it is happening. So right now, what I would actually suggest is start to look into more of those charging stations and figure out who is the owner and
invest in it.
Invest in it, yeah. Figure out who the owner of it is. Figure out who's developing the products for these types of things. Figure out who's even making the plastic for these charging stations, and start to invest in these companies, because we're finna see this boom happen. I mean, if you look all around you, from the electric cars that are being had right now, to the smart vehicles that are being had right now, to the robots that are literally walking around right now, get on top of it or get left behind.
Yeah, Kyle said Tony Evers is building more charging stations in Wisconsin next year, so maybe I'll consider it whenever I'm ready to get a new car. Who knows? But this last something juicy, the last something juicy, you guys, I'm actually really upset about, okay? Because this is exactly why people be moving away from Christianity and religion. American
Christianity is the false Christianity.
So, I saw this story, y'all, and it's about this Dallas church, y'all. That it's a video that is currently going viral right now, of this Dallas church rebuking this little girl after she said that she's thankful for her stepmom because she actually listens to me, unlike my actual mother. And so this video is going crazy right now, and these prayer warriors are seen laying hands on this child who said she was thankful for her stepmom. Like, it was a bunch of kids up there, and they were making the kids say, hey, what are some things that you guys are thankful for? And it seemed like the kids were saying things like, oh, I'm thankful for my teachers, I'm thankful for this, I'm thankful for that. But then the prayer warriors were like, nah, do it right. That's not, no, you need to say exactly who it is that you are thankful for. That's not it. That's not it. I'm like, what did you want them to say? God? Like, is that what you're trying to make them say? Like, you can't ask these kids what it is that they're thankful for, and they're telling you what they're thankful for, and y'all got an attitude about it. So when it was one of the little girls' turns, she said, I'm grateful for my stepmom because she's a better listener than her actual mom. Her actual mom was there, okay, and her actual mom had an issue with it. But the child was immediately rebuked, and church leaders ordered the demon to flee from the child's body. Now, the video has sparked mixed reviews between social users, because some were arguing that the church leaders were wrong for saying that the devil influenced the child's personal feelings, but other people were saying that the kid had an attitude because they were getting on her about saying it correctly, and she just wanted to upset her mom. But either way, whether the girl had an attitude or she didn't, or if she was actually telling the truth and honestly feels like I'm thankful for my stepmom because she's someone I can confide in, I can talk to instead of my actual mother, that is not a type of situation where you try to rebuke them from and get the devil casted up out of them. You know what I mean? And it's like when videos like this go viral, people start to look at Christianity different, and that's why they be in the comments like, oh, see, this is why people ain't Christian, this is why people ain't that. And it's like, they're doing it wrong. They're showing you the wrong way of how you really are supposed to be if you are Christian, you know, so to speak. So I just don't want people to take this and use it to say like, man, F that.
How would you have went about that situation?
Whatever. Let the little girl say what she want to say. Deal with her at home. Like, why are y'all trying to rebuke her in front of all these people and saying we gonna get this devil up out of you? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And like Trey said, this is a Kojic church. Probably was a Kojic church because that's how some Kojic churches are. I tell y'all that story all the time about how I was at this Kojic church and I used to play in the orchestra at this Kojic church, and I had on some pants, not even jeans. They were like, I don't know, like work pants, like corporate trouser type of pants, and they didn't let me play in the orchestra that day just because I had on pants behind the pulpit. That don't got nothing to do with God. That don't got nothing to do with Jesus. And you are making people not want to have a relationship and find things out for themselves, y'all. We have to stop this. So whatever church this is in Dallas that's over here rebuking this little girl for her saying whatever she got to say, that just, if she had an attitude, okay, deal with that later on. But don't do that to her. Don't do that to her. Exactly. Making the rules up as they go.
That's real. Shout out to Trey Tay for saying that, and shout out to Josh Jermaine. Okay. Ultimately, you know what they should have done at that very moment, in my honest opinion, if I was one of those prayer warriors, I would have actually called the stepmother to the pulpit. You know, I would have.
What?
Well, because one thing that happens in family households a lot of times is when somebody gets a new stepmom or stepdad, they end up hating the stepmom and stepdad. But if this young girl is like, man, I'm thankful for my stepmom, the stepmom must be doing something right. All right, she's fulfilling a void in this young lady's heart that her mom isn't doing, and maybe her mom may not even be present anymore. So shout out to all the step parents out there, man. They really play a vital role in our communities and making certain that, you know, we raise these kids up right. So she's doing the right thing. So no, the prayer war should not have tried to rebuke the daughter and get this demon up out of her. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Saying.
Like give praises to the stepmother and then bring that family up there, man, because there are so many people right now who are missing chunks of their lives, are missing vital parts of their lives up out of them, man. And if that stepmom is fulfilling that void inside that young daughter, man, clap her up and give her some blessings, man. Give her some
Now,
praises.
what if that little girl just had attitude and was trying to make her mom mad, though? What if she didn't really mean it? She just had attitude.
It would have been like, I'm thankful for my stepmom. No, come on, man. I mean, it could have been, but at the same time, you know, I would like to think it in a more positive way that she's looking at her stepmom as somebody who she wants to be like one day. So
potentially, and it's just like you gotta. I remember, man, my auntie tell this story all the time when we talk about when I was younger and what I said I was thankful for when I was younger.
What was you thinking? A young juice, little juice,
Bro,
little juicy juice.
She tell the story all the time how we was at the table because we used to always say every person at the table had to say what they were thankful for. It wasn't just like one long.
Wait, was this Thanksgiving
prayer. Yeah, it was Thanksgiving.
Okay, bet.
And
I got
so I think I don't
you
know.
probably
how
had your
old
eyes
I
open too
was.
while everybody else.
Who
was praying.
knows? I was a kid, but I think I said something like I'm thankful for cereal or something. I was a kid, bro. I was a child.
I know you got a whooping after that, huh?
No, I didn't get no whooping, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, just let the kids participate, bro.
My name is Karen Modi,
participate.
and I'm thankful for cereal. What's bread? We talk about the Frosted Flakes. Talk about Cheerios.
It don't
Captain
matter.
Crunch,
I was young
Crunch
and I
berries.
said I was thankful for cereal.
Tricks are for
and
kids.
The point is they allowed for me to express myself in that way. It's not about reprimanding me for saying that I'm thankful for cereal. It's about, okay, she understands what it means to be thankful because she's saying she likes cereal, so she's thankful for cereal. For a kid, come on now, what you gonna hit me for? See, that's what I'm talking about.
You know what?
People and their parents be hitting these kids for no reason. What would I be reprimanded for?
I may be people, but I'm not people with kids, okay? But you know what I would have done to you that day? If you so damn thankful for the cereal that you want to be thankful for, you ain't getting none of this Thanksgiving dinner. Go fix that box of cereal right there. Go
that's
get the
that
kicks.
Slave mentality right there.
What slave mentality? You just said you was thankful for a box of cereal. Go get that box of cereal in there. I'd have made some turkey, some ham, some candy yams, some dressing, some macaroni and cheese, some greens, maybe even some chitlins, and you up over here talking about how you thankful for cereal.
They thought it was funny.
No, take your ass over there and eat a bowl of cereal there. You ain't getting none of this holiday food. That's what I would have
And
been
see,
on.
why would you punish a child for that?
That's not punishment.
Some people don't deserve kids.
I'm giving you what you asked for.
I didn't ask for it. I just said I was thankful for it.
You're thankful. My name is Nona Juice, and I'm thankful for cereal.
All right, we are gonna move right along because you're about
Mama
to
Juice,
be
okay?
joking with me. Shout out to my family who didn't get on my case because I said that, and they thought that was fine. Okay, you have to introduce the idea of even just like praying in certain religions and having relationships with God on their own. You know what I'm saying? As long as you drop the little seed in there, they might say something crazy to their kids. It's not like I was, out here being bad.
I'm with Butterfly, man. For real, I really do want to know the brand of cereal you was just so thankful for, to be thankful on Thanksgiving for.
It probably was Cocoa Puffs.
I'm thankful for Cocoa Puffs too. You went wrong, bro. Cocoa Puffs turn your milk to chocolate.
I would have different phases of each cereal that I like. I would go like maybe 2 months liking Cocoa Puffs, 2 months liking Frosted Flakes, 2 months with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Ooh.
I had a Honey Nut Cheerio phase. Like I had different Fruit Loops was one, Trix was one.
Yeah.
I'd be dibbling and dabbling.
You wasn't wrong. And you do love
Puffs.
milk too.
I love milk.
But it's funny that you got weak knees. So.
Okay, we're gonna move right along, you guys. So, what we're gonna be talking about today, because that was something you say, y'all. But on this Sip to That Friday, when we come back, I want to talk about the Department of Education proposal that is removing graduate nursing and other health programs from the professional degree list, because this popped up yesterday and it's got a lot of people talking about it. Like, what does that actually mean? That the Department of Education is going to be removing graduate nursing from its list of professional degrees. That makes no sense. And I know we got a lot of nurses who are probably listening and who are concerned. But we're going to get into it, you guys. So maybe what?
Maybe we got too many CNAs. I don't know.
And Nissan Ultimas on what?
Yeah.
We got too many CNAs
and Nissan
jumping in their Nissan Ultima dumpers. We going to take a pause for the cause and be right back.